This veteran just stepped on a landmine. In the coming hours, he will face the most grueling challenge of his life. No food, no water, under the scorching sun. How long can he survive? Mike is a border soldier. He just finished a mission with his teammate Tommy. They were heading to the next village for some rest, but accidentally wandered into an old minefield. What's even scarier is, they were completely unaware of it. Every step forward could be their last. The two were chatting and laughing as they walked. One step, two steps. Suddenly, a massive explosion rocked the ground. Tommy fell, his legs blown clean off. Mike rushed to help, but as he took a step, he heard a click underfoot. In that moment, he knew he had also stepped on a mine. Unable to move, Mike could only watch helplessly as Tommy bled out. Without immediate treatment, Tommy would surely die. In desperation, Mike encouraged Tommy to grab the radio and call for help. With his last ounce of strength, Tommy reached for it, but his shattered legs made it impossible to move. Seeing his partner on death's doorstep, Mike took a risk, deciding to sacrifice his own leg to save Tommy. But Tommy chose that moment to be noble. Raising his gun, he quietly said, "Brother, you have to live," then pulled the trigger, ending his own life. Mike was furious. He wanted to stomp his feet, but he didn't dare because stomping meant death. Then he calmed down. Maybe I misheard? Maybe what I stepped on wasn't a mine. So, Mike looked down at his feet, slowly squatting while keeping his balance, slightly bending his knees to stay steady. Then he pulled out a knife and carefully stuck it in the sand. But the moment the tip hit something hard, Mike's last shred of hope was shattered. Since he couldn't move carelessly, calling for rescue was the only way. But the radio had always been kept by his teammate. Now it was 3 meters away, impossible to reach by hand. Quick-thinking Mike had an idea. He pulled out his shoelaces and tied them to his hatchet. After a few throws, he finally hooked Tommy's backpack. Mike opened the radio like he found a treasure, but the damn thing was out of batteries. Mike had another idea. The batteries. He searched the whole bag but found nothing. Turns out the batteries were in Tommy's front chest pocket. With no other choice, Mike kept searching. Where there's a will, there's a way. Finally, he found a solar charger in the bag. He quickly set up the charging panel, waiting anxiously under the blazing sun. 2 hours later, the radio light came back on. Mike could barely contain his excitement. He immediately reported and requested support, but HQ's reply made his jaw drop. Reinforcements would take at least 52 hours to arrive. 52 hours? Staying here that long, he'd be baked into human jerky. But there were no other options now. Mike prayed for God's protection. He set the countdown on his watch, but as soon as he looked up, he froze again. In the distance, a massive sandstorm was racing straight towards him.